Now with 100% more ducks. Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Avant3 server, hanging out here at my new Botania base, and it's looking pretty cool. I have to admit, it's very empty looking, but I like the scenery of the ocean monument over there. And, you know, it's looking mighty bare. I need to actually bring in some good looking stuff and start making some mana over here and putting this to use. And here, let's take a quick look at the map. And yeah, I did some exploring, found a mine shaft over here, trying to light up as many caves as possible. I evidently missed a few and then haven't found some areas over here still. So just kind of clearing out as much possible spawning spots to make the server happy. But let's go back to base and get some things. Okay, so according to my careful prosthesis, I think what I need is some spreaders. Let's see, but before I make spreaders, there we go. I've got one and I need more than that. So if we need these, it's whatever the petals are. But before I make the petals, oh hey, looks like Non just joined. Howdy! There we go. Doing some TPSing to see how the server's doing. Alright, so flowers. I've got lots of the blues, so let's get, where's my notes? There it is. I need that many. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and make some spreaders. And let's get this going, but not those. I want the blue because I've got 30 of them. That's more than I want. Actually, let's do there. So give me those. Alrighty. Actually, that's one more than I actually need, but that's okay because that'll work. Okay, so next on the list, I'm going to need some pools. So for that, I need living rock. And that goes like this. Alrighty, so clickety 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 click clickety click clickety click click clickerson. There we go. So there's those, and then the distributing pool or distributors mana. I don't have very many. All right, so let me go ahead and diamonds. I can spell today, maybe. Okay, I need 6 of you, so let's zip down and get me some diamonds. Diamond me. Thank y'all. Hey, look, I could do it right here. Living. There we go there. So no, that's runic altar. Well, I need one of you anyway. Mana distributor. There we go. Oh, easy, easy, easy. I got those. So that should be 6 of them. Alrighty, and I got my runic altar. And Botania, say hi to YouTube. So let's get a brewery going, and I want this botanical brewery, so that needs one of these, and then it needs one of those. I think I got everything. I do. Cool. That works. I am going to need one of these. And what does Nonsanity says? Booyah, YouTube. YouTube. Yeah. So that works. Alrighty, so let's see. What else is on my list? Oh, stuff to do. Got that, we got that, got that. You know, I am going to need to make a terrestrial, and so for that I need that agglomeration plate, so I can spell plate. And there he is. I believe I got all that done. Let's see, I'm going to need some lapis. I need one more lapis. Lapis. There we go. That's that. What else do I need? Oh, yes. I'm going to need... I'm pretty much going to leave this stuff here for right now, but I do want to go ahead and get some stuff to duplicate this elsewhere. So let's move you away from there. So that means I need to make some flowers. And if I'm going to do that, then let's see. Gormarilises. Let's see, Rune of Summer, Rune of Fire. How many runes? Stop that. Runes. All right, I've got 3 runes of fire, and where's my summer? Spring, summer, 3 of those. So let's make another rune of summer, because I want 4. See, there it goes. Doot, doot, doot. It's so cool. Hey. Okay, I was going to say, why aren't you putting stuff in? But there it goes. Not having to do this manually is a wonderful thing. I love it. So now as soon as that's done, I need to get a rune of fire. 1 more of that. Are you done? I really can't batch these up. And so there it goes, done. So let's make a rune of fire. So there's my 4 runes of summer. And the rune of fire will go on. Let's see, Gormarilis. Oh, there's a U in Gormarilis. And, okay, fire, summer, gray, gray, yellow, yellow, red. Petals. Okay, I'm going to need a lot more of those. So let's get gray, flowers, gray. Do you remember if it was light gray or actual gray? I don't remember. Light gray, light gray. All right, that's good to check. Go away, you. Flowers, fleurs. And there's my tall. There we go. So if I need 4 of these, that means 8 of this. And then yellows were also in the list. So there were 8 of the yellows. And then reds, I need 4 of those because it's just half. And then stop picking up stuff. Put that away. Do I have a bucket in my inventory? I do not. Let's grab a bucket. And let's grab some seeds. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's make those real quick. Hey, we got water in there. Oh, let's go grab those fire runes. And I don't need that many. All right, you can go away. So I need 1 of you and 1 of you, and then 2 of you and 2 of you and 1 of you. Yay, it likes that. So let's toss in the seed. Ta-da! And then I need my bucket. Alright, let's grab some water. I haven't automated this piece yet, and that's something that at some point I shall. But for right now, oh, come back. Here's where I need an empty hand. Come back. And ta-da! Now it says I can right click with an empty hand to refill the last recipe. Right click. Yay. And bucket. Yep, lazy. I definitely think about going ahead and getting this automated in some quick way or fashion. And let's put more water in there because we always do that. I have my Gormarilises and I always like them to be floating. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And I have one left over because I wanted to also do the munch do to chew up leaves because I have a lot of leaves for some reason. So we've got these. Ooh, Rune of Gluttony. I don't have a Rune of Gluttony. So diamond, winter, fire. I believe I've got those runes. I've got a fire. I've got a winter. So I need diamond. There we go. Seeds. Because it was Petal Apothecary. Was it Petal Apothecary? Let's go back and check because I have brains like a goldfish. So munch, do. Oh, no, it's a runic altar. Okay, so that means I need a living rock. Come to me, and you can go away. All right, so one of you, and one of you, and you, and you, and you. I like being able to just right-click with the living rock and puts it on top. So many times I've tried tossing it, and that just is a bad deal. It just doesn't work nicely. So we'll go ahead and let that do its thing. Clickety, clickety, clickety. Looking at my list, Munchdo, Gormorillus. Okay, I've got mechanical users to grab stuff. Item, let's grab some conduits. Let's grab some speed upgrades. That's done. So Munchdo, I need the Rune of Gluttony, which I should now have. Light, green, and 2 reds. All right. Gluttony. Flowers. So I need 1 red. Green. I think I need 1 green and 2 reds. And then where's my light green? That's lime. Brain like a steel trap. That's got to be what I'm looking for. Ooh. I'm being given apples. Why, thank you. Nope, my inventory is full. Fully. So he's giving me apples. Photobomb. Yeah, you did. So, let's go take a look again at Munchdo, because brains, so light green, 2 red, and it was just the, okay, so it is limes. Alrighty. So I got that. I need 2 red, 1 green. Red. Alrighty. And let's move some of this stuff out of the way. And then I want to, oh, seed. I got rid of my seed. Ta-da, seed. So over here, I'll go ahead and toss in you, no, you. There we go. And let's see. Boom. So he's just bored a little bit. Yep, he's having fun. Alrighty, so I've got my Munchdo. I think I am good to go. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. So Nonsanity is a little bored and wants something to do, so I volunteered he could come help me with my Botania setup.
Yeah, I won't get in the way much. I'm just bored.
Yep, and you know, being bored is bad because that means, you know, mischief occurs. So let me show you my Botania area. If we go up.
Mischief.
Yes, it's always fun. So the top right of the bottom frame.
Bottom frame left, and that's the right.
Yep. So this is my Botania area. I just barely got this in place.
Glass ceiling.
Yep. You can't go above it. Sorry, that's the rules.
That seems to be the case. Yep.
So the thing I set up was I figured this would be a good area. I like the ocean monument just in view over there. And I like the idea of being kind of underwater. So that's why I set this up. So that's what I did.
Either I haven't loaded everything or you have a larger render distance set up than... Oh, no, there it is. I see it now.
Yeah, I've got 12. But unfortunately, the only real drawback of this is that there's squid galore. Just so many squid. So the thing I was setting up is my mana area, and I was going to put it right here smack dab in the center. And I was thinking going down. I've done big ones where they start at the top and they all just kind of pump down to a center thing. And that's I've done it, so I'm going to do the other way around. So I'm going to start here and go down, but the mana's flowing up. It's just easier for me to figure out what I'm doing going up.
Yeah, my last design was rings using sparks.
Yeah. I'm going to be using sparks and spreaders. But at first, let's see, what is my list of stuff? I need distributors and spreaders and pools and a junk block.
It's a nice room.
I'm only really going to be using this center chunk. That's it. That's all I'm going to load. The rest of it I'm going to make pretty. But for right now, that's all that's going to happen.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what will be the power source?
Well, I've got gobs of leaves, so I made a munch stew, and I'm going to show off how it's going to work. And munch stews work well in that I've got incredible amounts of leaves coming in. But I think playing with it elsewhere, I think there's so much going on, it wouldn't be so good for the server. So I'm thinking not to do that.
I've learned the lesson about doing things that are not good for the server.
Yeah, I prefer to be nice.
And me too, which is why I gave up on my weeks-long project.
Yeah, it's nice to be treating things nice for the server, because we want the server to kick around and be good. So it's coming down here.
You dug all the way down here.
Yep. And I figured this gave me room, and also this got rid of any possible mob spawning down here. So I said, yep, I'll just use RF Tools magic to make this happen. So I did. Now it should be, if I remember right, yes, I can put a spark on top of these pools.
I suppose at some point I'm going to have to do Botania too. Has it changed much?
They're not really that I can tell. The last I did was the expert mode, and so I'm so used to those sort of really complicated recipes. I'm looking at this and going, "This is so easy."
Yeah, that's why I got to look for the challenge.
Well, that's why I'm saying, make it look pretty.
Yeah, I did that. Let's see, what was that? Resident Rise, I guess it was. That's the one time I fully went out, automated everything in Botania I was doing, and made it look as pretty as I could.
Well, I've got some automation. All the runes, the main runes that I'm using at this point, are all automated. So those I like.
Yeah, I think I automated the runes and the agglomeration plate.
Yeah.
The pedestal.
Yeah, I was going to say I haven't done the pedestal yet.
Well, that's the first thing you need.
Yeah, but I don't use that nearly as much at this point.
True.
So.
It's the runic altar that's the main one.
Yeah, and so I got that one going.
Now, I did it with AE, and we don't have AE, so that would be different at least.
Yeah, I did it with the refined storage, which is, pretty
close
much the
enough.
same. Yeah.
Yeah. I also did a lot of Steve's Factory Manager for Botania because it has the one block that can use drops in the world as an inventory.
Oh. Yeah, I've done very little with Steve's Factory Manager.
That's its one best calling point that nothing else does, is it has a block that looks in front of it, and any drops that are sitting in front of it act as if they're in the inventory of that block. So you can see what drops are in front of it, which is really good for Botania because everything's about drops.
Yep.
Things are sitting in the world.
Well, although, yeah, and that's good for doing the Terra Steel.
Yeah. Yeah, for the runic altar, you don't have to worry. You don't have to use drops if you don't want to. You can just right-click them onto the
Yeah, and I just realized, got a comment earlier saying that you can right-click the living rock on there, and I was really? I always was having to fiddle and drop it and toss it, and it would fall over, and it was not good. Oh, there's the phone that should never ring. All right, so that's that's 6 layers of these spreaders and distributors. So stuff coming down here is going to pump up and then ripple through. And I played with it so that sparks down here at the bottommost pool will be available to everything up above. So when this is all said and done, it's all going to be one big spark network. So it's only 6 times 4, so 24 of these mana pools, as opposed to the 104 that I had in my last one. So I'm a little bit better.
Yeah, too many sparks tend to slow things down. That was the one problem I had with my Resonant Rise setup, was that I had a whole lot of what's the Endoflame, the ones that eat fuel, and all the sparks and everything caused a 2-second delay whenever I came close to it and loaded all the particles.
Yeah, I could see that.
Took me a while to figure out what was causing it.
Alrighty, so if I'm putting this up, I'm going to show the munch dew, but unfortunately I think it's way too intensive of a flower at this point.
Yeah, I think I missed the episode that you did all your leaf what are you using to generate all your leaves?
I am using the farming station, and it is just using the nature essence, and then I've got a crafter, ArfTools crafter, that is putting the leaves in, or the essence into leaves, and then that goes into the builder, and from there it's going up into the trees. Whoop.
Nature essence, okay.
And that's been really working.
Oh yeah, those essences are great. I did a lot. I used a lot of those for my materials. The millions and millions of everything I needed.
Yeah, because trying to get that with a miner of any sort now.
Yeah, I made such a hole in the mining dimension just getting the osmium I need, which doesn't come from any other way.
Yeah, that's the only way.
And that was the only reason I did 5x processing, too.
Yeah, because it's so rare to get that might as well take advantage of it. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's bind this. Oh, it is. All right. So my munch dew is in place. I need to pump in the leaves.
I see you're doing everything down here.
Yeah, everything's coming down here. All the generation is going to be down here. I just want to show off these. And let's see, these are going to be place blocks. I'm going to turn it off so that it doesn't start off right now.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of playing around with the mechanical users with that little demo test I put out.
I'm seeing some fun possibilities with that.
I'm not sure what to do with it next. I can move the zombie around, but what to do with it next, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see, leaves.
Though I did get the whole setup to fit in a single column, so I can have this. I can have every square be targetable if we wanted that many.
Yeah, that's a real possibility. I've been trying to figure out what to do for games. I think there's several things I'm pondering.
Yeah, I was thinking putting zombies all along each of the 4 edges, just in a row, and then you can, like a DDR pad, step on pressure plates, and it would. Villagers along either side. And the DDR plates, and you would step on the plates and it would make those villagers appear and make the zombie head in that direction. So you'd have, like a joystick control. But I was going to do like with a maze, but the problem is zombies have pathfinding, so they sort of walk the maze by themselves already.
Yeah, they do.
I need a dumb zombie that doesn't know what a maze.
Yeah, that would work. I need to grab a few more stacks of leaves, and then I'll turn these on. And I'm curious to see what it does to the TPS of the server with all 8 of these just pounding away like crazy. Oh, the one thing this does need, it does need a lens. Because I've got the compound potency and velocity. If it doesn't have that in there, it just doesn't work. It just can't keep up. Yeah, it just can't keep up. Now, what's nice is the Munch Dew will stop once it's full, as opposed to the Gormorillus that just eats everything.
Oh, okay.
Which is a pain. Yeah, I played with that earlier, and I grabbed a stack of steaks and tossed it on there, and yeah, it was all gone.
I think my Endoflame setup had, say, 12, 48 in a group, and I had 4 groups. I think that's what I had.
Yeah, I was
like 92 of them,
which is a good number. Yeah, I was playing with the numbers, and I saw that a stack of coal blocks was about half of what a stack of steaks were.
Ah.
So I figured I'd just go with the steaks.
Do they eat the foods from some of the other mods?
I've not played with the agricultural revolution foods.
Yeah.
Ham's Harvest Craft, it would.
I imagine it would, just whatever the food value is. If you can eat it, it can probably eat it.
Yeah, and I've seen that, but we don't have Pam's in this pack.
I mean, the agricultural craft.
Yeah, all right.
All those foods.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick TPS, and it fluctuates, but I'm curious to see what it is now. Yes. Oh, it says 18.
I got 17.8.
Yeah, so the 2 times I did it was 18 point stuff, so I'm going to turn these on.
18.0. Doesn't look like it eats that fast.
What happened is the very first one at 8, it grabbed it and threw it, grabbed the mana, but then there was nothing right there for it to continue on, and so it's in a minute or either 60 or 80 seconds. I've seen both.
Oh, cooldown.
It's got its cooldown, and then it's going to go ahead and grab, and when I was playing with this earlier, the 8 here would keep up. And so it'd be about half, 2/3 eaten by the time it was placed in the back, and then just kept going from there. So as soon as that's done, it should start ripping the mana through the system and on up.
And you got the lens. Yep, you got the lens on there.
Yep, got that one because we need that. It just slows down and does nothing at that point if it's not there.
Let's get some light.
Oh, I've got night vision, so I can see everything. So I have no problem with that. So yeah, I've got redundant night vision. I've got my nanobot beacon and I've got the ring because for areas like this, which I haven't done any lighting up down here because nothing spawns on Bedrock, I figured I don't care. I can see it just fine.
Yep. Yeah, I have all the nano. I've got a full nano thing set up, or all the parts. I just haven't put it together anywhere. I haven't got a final base yet.
Well, I was hanging around in my there it goes. I was hanging around in my little hovel for forever. Alrighty, let's TPS this thing. 17.
Yeah, I got 17.5 and 18.47, so both lower and higher. So
yeah.
I don't think it's making any difference.
It doesn't seem to be, but I'm looking at this and going, this is far slower than when I was playing with the other one, and I think that's because there's so much more going on in the server than my friend's server, where it was just the two of us and smaller base.
Well, yeah, it's gonna, because we're not at 20. It's not running at full speed.
Yeah,
and it can't. So
yeah, but that's okay. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, yeah, I'm going to let these stacks run and just see what they produce, just for grins and giggles. But I'm thinking there's just so much going on here. I don't want to add that much extra work onto the server. But it's a cool idea. Several people suggested, you know, because I got all those leaves and I can generate them quick, why not use munch juice?
yeah,
TPS, I think, is why.
I don't think they're making any effect.
It looks like a little bit, but it's definitely a case of I don't want to add too much onto the server if I can avoid it. Let's see. So where's north? There's north. Okay, so I was thinking of putting that there. So there's the runic altar. And then the Botania, or the brewing, is going to go over here. Did I do two? I did, yeah, 2 spaces. So those will go there. You here, you here.
Agglomeration plate?
Yeah, the agglomeration plate, I'm going to put on this side. Let's put about here. And, oh, I'm sure I didn't bring any living rock with me. And I didn't. But that's okay, because I have something set up. Let's do it right here.
RF tools. I mean, no,
yeah.
refined storage remote.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I will bounce and be right back.
I'm starting to switch over to refined storage. Oh, it lit up. You have access.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, refined storage.
Yeah,
I just need a lot. I still have so much stuff left over from my big project that either I need some sort of DSU replacement or a hell of a lot of storage drives.
Or just, you know, pitch it away. You know,
no,
yeah, you know,
I can't.
Do you really need 9 million redstone and stuff?
How do you know how much redstone I have?
That was a wild guess.
It's actually 10, but or
Okay.
maybe it's 9. I don't know. It's close. You're pretty close.
Good enough. I can't tell you how many times I've done this exactly the wrong way, with more of the lapis instead of the other. So, so much fun. Sparks. Aren't sparks something I... Oh, no, it's the augments I need.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay, because I want to do some augments, but I need the Elven Gateway first before I can do that. So that's okay, that's okay.
Main reason for the gateway.
Yeah, that's the main reason. And I'm not 100% sold on having the grid right there, but that makes it pretty close to automating doing the agglomeration plate and the runic altar. And I'm trying to think, you know, I don't have to have it, you know, north-south symmetry, but I just kind of default that way. Don't need those. You know, I'm looking at this and thinking, what do I need? And I might as well start working on the gateway stuff.
I'm snooping through your stuff.
Oh, snoop away. All right, so I can start making the Terra Steel, because I need one of those.
You'll have to put some sparks on your pools.
Yeah. Is it mana powder now? Mana pearl, mana powder, mana ingot?
don't know. I guess that changed.
I'm trying to remember. If only it were written down someplace.
I think I've got a book. I haven't started the mod, but I've got the book.
Yeah. Now I gotta figure out, okay, where is the... I'll just type it. Oh, what again? Oh, there's my index.
I thought I had the book.
Got that. Got that. Mana diamond, mana steel ingot, and the mana pearl. So it's the same as before.
Okay.
I was thinking it was the powder because that's kind of new.
How many pieces of mana steel do you need for the Elven Gateway?
I think just one at this point.
For the core.
Yeah, I think so. That's all. And what else was I looking? Oh, the mana diamond. And let's see how much is in these pools so far. Oh, they're like a fifth of the way on that first segment. So a fifth of the first quarter. So I guess that'd be a 20th. Fractions.
So 4 20ths. 1/5.
Well, 1/5 of the first quarter.
Yeah. Well, I mean combined then.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've got, yeah.
And you need about a quarter, I think, to...
Yeah, so it's not quite there yet. So we'll let that do its thing.
Oh yeah, it's going to take a long time. There's no swirlies yet, and it's already emptied.
Yeah, so I'm going to put down my others.
And then, unfortunately, they do despawn on there if it doesn't get it in time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that bites.
Had that happen to me in the last server, where I had sort of semi-set up my automation, but I never really set it up. It was just enough for me to get the parts I needed to make the creative items. I never sat down and really automated everything completely, so I didn't have the mana production, and I had things despawn on me a couple times.
Yeah, it's not good. Let's see, one of you.
Setting up some more munch stews, or?
I'm going to put in the Gormorillus at this point.
Ah. I think you just sucked up your items because you came underneath.
I just did. I put on my magnet so I could grab the rock, and then I came up like a doof and grabbed my stuff. So I need.
I saw them
definitely
disappear
more,
into the ground.
Yeah, I definitely need far more mana than this is producing at this point. And all that mana is gone.
Yeah. Just as well. It probably wouldn't have made it at that speed.
Yeah, it's not really producing fast, and that's why I'm thinking. 4 of the Gormorillus will do more than I think 4 of the Munch Stews would do, because the steaks really produce a good amount of stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to have to investigate the other items from Agricultural Revolution. If there's some complicated recipe that is really, really good, that might be fun to automate.
Yeah.
I wanted to automate a kitchen of some sort.
I don't think there's much by way of kitchen-y stuff that's automated at this point, or in this pack. There's other kitchens that in other packs.
Well, I mean, the recipes for all the Agricultural Revolution food items.
Yeah, the thing I was thinking, there's a kitchen, the stove, the refrigerator, some of those things where you could make, as long as you had the items in there, you just click and it ran the recipe for you. And
right.
All about lazy. That's me. Hourglass.
But then again, I never eat food anymore because I have my calculator. I eat numbers.
Yeah, well, I let the nanobots do that. They're swimming through my bloodstream, taking care of me. So that's good.
Oh, they feed you too?
Yeah, I've got saturation.
That just comes from power then.
Yep, and the solar array is doing that in the end, which works nicely.
Oh, it works in the end.
Mm-hmm. Even though it's dark there, it's still seen as, enough sufficient day.
Huh.
And of course I forgot sand.
I've had too many cases where I built some part of my infrastructure in an alternate dimension other than the overworld, only to have it get reset.
Yeah. Well, because Nemson is there in the end, it's getting backed up, and
yeah,
it's different from like the mining dimension,
where I once had my base.
Let's turn off my magnet. So this should... Okay, there it goes. Did you dispense?
Didn't see anything.
I didn't see it dispense.
Oh, there it went.
It's got this weird issue where it looks like it flips twice.
Ah.
Which I just don't grok, but, oh well. And so, yeah, that's pouring the mana through. I can do this faster. Well, this is lamb, so I don't think it's nearly as good as steak. Yeah, it's not going up nearly as fast as steak is. But it's what I had here, as opposed to going all the way up there to get steak. And I haven't hooked up the wireless yet.
Steak.
Yeah.
I can go up. I can fetch and carry.
Yay! So this is looking like it's working.
I'll put steak in.
All right, that'll work. And I can redo this with the others. And I should have a little bit of light. It's saying that dispensers are not spawnable. I don't know if that's true.
Dispensers are spawnable?
Well, because I don't get the red X saying that it is. The bedrock, it's showing me the red X, but nothing spawns on bedrock.
Well,
so.
I did put a light underneath your tower here, so...
Oh, that's probably sufficient.
Yeah.
I don't know if the far mechanical users are within that range of light.
They seem to be.
It seems to be. So, yay. Okay, perfect. That'll do me just good.
I thought you were saying you couldn't place a dispenser. Couldn't spawn it into the world.
I want my magnet on. And I went ahead and made one of the Botania magnets, but unfortunately, it wasn't grabbing things like I wanted it to be grabbing. I was building my tree and chopping off the dirt, and I was watching most of it fall down to the ground and saying, hey, I've got my magnet on, it's close, why are you not grabbing stuff? I don't know.
It might be trying to be nice, and it's just a little slower about grabbing things.
It might be, and again, I'm just chopping this and they're all going, and it's not like I don't have lots and lots of these, and it's not like I can't make lots more, even though I did tear off my system down, so it's currently not running. Again, I was thinking, for lag purposes, I'll be a little bit nice on the server. I figure if you're going to tear down your induction cell, I should be nice on my things too. It's just a little bit smaller. I would love a mind-reading magnet.
To know which ones?
Yeah, what I want and what I don't want, and it, reacts accordingly.
Which magnet are you using?
I am using the quantum flux magnet. It doesn't require power or anything like that, and it's really fast.
Yeah, but it does work through walls, I think, doesn't it?
I don't think it works through walls.
Okay, well, you can put a glass box around your outputs here, and then they won't grab it.
I can certainly try that and see if that works.
That's what I've always done to protect the drops that Botania needs.
Mm-hmm. That certainly is a good idea.
Either chiseling bits or just covers.
Of course I had to Alt-Tab out of the desktop. So I'm seeing something where occasionally in the refined storage, if I'm typing some stuff, it's grabbing the keystrokes, and it seems like the U is what's grabbing.
Huh.
Okay, yeah. If I close it out and open it back up again, it's fine. And it doesn't seem to be too consistent, but it does happen.
I haven't spent too much time using its interfaces. I mean, I was using it for generating my vast quantities of things because it made it a nice storage system where I can control very closely how much can fit in it. So it automatically stopped processing
that I really
materials.
like. Could you blast me a light right there in the top of that mana distributor?
Sure. Oh, wrong one.
Not that light.
I kept sealing up your hole, but you never came through it.
Yeah. I saw it from down below, and I saw it. I said, nope. I also have the staff of flying through stuff. Whee!
Yeah.
I have come to use that so much.
And my hotbar is pretty much full. I've only got 2 slots open. Keeping my rest of my inventory empty, which I like to do.
Yeah, as much free space as I can have. The handy bag, I am loving that mod.
I use it for the chisel and bits. Otherwise, I just use my RF Tools storage tablet.
Yeah, I have not really done much with the remote access of stuff.
Well, that one I really only use it as tool bag, materials bag, trash bag, and return to storage. Those are the 4 pages I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking I should I should set up an ender chest and get an ender pouch, because then I can just take whatever I'm doing and just dump it into the system and away it goes.
Yeah, that's what the 4th page of my storage does.
And that would work really easy, because then I'd have something that's an input into the system. But I've got a wireless RS grid. I just rarely use it. I'm just so used to working next to a grid and using that. How's this doing?
It stopped.
Yep, they're empty.
Ah, okay.
So as soon as it wakes up and eats those final 3, then it will be done. And yeah, it doesn't generate vast quantities of mana. It generates a lot because there's so many and it goes so fast. But
compared to the Gormarillus, it's just not as good.
Yeah. These ones, they're slower, but they're bigger bunches of mana, and I figure I have a dispenser and an hourglass. That's a smaller number of things that have to happen versus all these 8 blocks of leaves plus the 8 mechanical users. That's more work.
True. That's
So
more ticking action.
Yeah. So and it's going fast. So I'm figuring, it doesn't need to be as much. Although I'm sure, the hourglasses, they have to be counting down and doing all that work too. So it all counts.
Yeah. That's one object ticking every time, and compared to there
And done.
So you got one more Gormarillus to place.
Yep.
Yeah, I missed out doing the Botania on the last server because I was going to use the mana pool minecart
Yes.
and the pumps to try and move mana around that way. I guess we don't have that minecart, do we?
No, it's in.
Oh, we do have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's in Botania. Okay, good.
Yeah. And I was thinking of doing that same thing. I just realized when I played with this, I said, oh, yeah, I don't need to move it around. But I was thinking, because I have it this far deep, so my magnet doesn't grab any of the stake flying around when I'm up on the top. And that's the only reason why it's so deep.
Yeah.
You know, that plus storage, but... There we go.
I'll catch them.
Yay. Oh, hey, there was a leaf block that...
Yeah, it came out of one of the mechanical users.
Yeah, there's 36. I wonder why it didn't dispense them, but oh well.
That may have been one of the ones that still had a leaf over top of it.
Oh, yes. That could very easily have been the case. Yeah. So this is very interesting. It's non-spawnable, I believe, down here because it's not tall enough for any of the mana pools for anything to spawn there because it's just one block. And I don't think anything could spawn on top of a mana spreader or any of the flowers because they're kind of non-blocks.
They're all tile entities. Mm-hmm. I don't think they can spawn on them.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that will work. Now, then comes I do functional first and then I make it look good. But since this is going to be kind of out of sight, I'm not thinking I really care about this looking good.
I like the way it looks, the way it is right now. It looks sort of nice.
It does. I do want to get lenses in place for all of these so that they can spew them a little faster. And I always hit them with the mana pearls so that they are rainbow colored. They keep shifting and changing. And this one here has that on it. Do we have? Oh, I've got 2 of them. So 2 of them have the color. And that way they've got different colors going through. And when I have access to the Elven Gateway, then I'll go ahead and change out the ones up above for the mana pools that keep changing colors because it looks really cool. And I'm hoping that doesn't do much on the server. I'm thinking that's just a client action.
Yeah, it should be. It just change the color of the particle. I mean, it's...
Yeah, it should be just, hey, do this, and it shouldn't care. All right.
Blue ticks aren't any more expensive than red ticks.
Yeah. So these mana pools at this point look like combined we should have more than a quarter. So we should be good at this point for steel.
Maybe more than a quarter of a I'm not sure how much it was. Whether it was half, a full, a quarter, I don't remember. One of those 3.
I'm not sure.
It was a lot. I remember that.
Yeah. So I need these. Add some of those. Away.
I think it was a half.
Let's see. So if I do this about here, I want to make sure I'm not beyond. So yeah, here would work.
Gotta have room for your pools and pylons.
Yep. Oh, I'm one off.
I was thinking that doesn't look right.
Alright, so that's not there, and that's not there, and that's not there. These guys here are not there, and that's the wrong one. Alright, so I just need to make that central core, and then I need 2 more pools.
And the pylons.
Yep. Yay!
Achievement!
Of course, I've made lots and lots and lots of pools, so...
That's the usual achievements.
Oh, wait a second. No, it's the pylons need to be at a certain distance.
That's what I said. Make sure you...
Yeah,
that looks about right. No, I think they're one step farther out.
I think so.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite right. They're a little spread farther apart, I think.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit more. So I need 3 for the central core, and then 3 more nuggets for each of the pylons. So yeah, I just need 1 of the central piece. This actually is not showing the pylons at all.
They've been removed from the design?
Reading about it, it sounded like they just need to be within distance.
Huh.
At least 2 mana pools, 2 mana pylons.
I'm going to find my Botania book.
So at least 2 Natura pylons with mana pools directly below them must be laid out in an 11 by 11 area around the core. So they don't have to be right there in that fixed area before. So this is new.
Ah.
So I'm going to put one there and there, because that kind of looks cool. Let's make some more sparks. I must have done something that got me some sort of book thing going on, or achievement going on. But all right, what else am I looking for? So mana pylon.
Ooh, what's a fell pumpkin? It's a demented infusion of a pumpkin with fell spirits of a slain monsters.
You know, I would love to make one.
Oh, it spawns a blaze.
Is that what it spawns? Oh.
Yeah.
Those are handy to have.
But they drop a fairly reasonable amount of blaze powder instead of a small serving of blaze rods.
Well, if you're really needing that... Alright, let's... How much mana? I think when I actually hit a quarter of each... If it's half, then I've got it. Because I'm close to a full mana pool. And I think it's like half a pool.
I think it is half a pool.
So I've got half a pool. So, okay. Let's try this. Alrighty, swirly, swirly, sparky goodness. And done. No funky animation.
Yeah, I didn't see the particle effects that usually happens.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's sad.
How much did it use?
Oh, I didn't even look.
It says you still need the Natura pylons, though.
Yes, but they've got to be within an 11 by 11. So it looks like it chewed up about half of what was there. So about half a pool.
Okay, so it is half a pool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you say here. Anywhere nearby. That's nice that it didn't have to be precisely placed. You can make it fit your own layout.
And the thing that I really like is these Natura pylons now are... They can inhabit the same space as the sparks.
Yes. Well, sparks have always been like that.
And, you know, I always saw them like the spark was above the pylon.
They would tend to float upwards visually, even though they really were down below. Mm-hmm. If there's something on top, I've noticed that.
Huh.
It's a little flaky sometimes, too.
Yeah. So there's my Botania area.
I like it.
Yep, and it fits within a chunk, which is good for me. And so I just need to make sure this is loaded. I haven't done any of the automation for the plate or for the runic altar here, but that's okay because I can do that. I've got my my network in place, so that works. And I just need to hook it up for meat to go down there at the bottom, and that will just slowly give me a big collection of mana. And then I need to hook up some mana detectors so that when there's enough mana at the bottom, it'll stop and stop feeding it.
You have to point some spreaders at these pools to turn this thing on.
Yes.
Sparks won't do it.
Yes. First, I need to gather a huge amount of mana so that there's enough here, and then one of the first things I want to do is make these dominant sparks. And then these I have a pair going to the runic altar and a pair going to the brewery, just because that makes them so much faster.
Right, but you can't make the sparks until this thing is active. So
correct. So I will have to point those over and fill these things up. And I could just use my ring of mana and just move some mana back and forth that way real quick.
That's true.
But for that, I still need a ton of mana going on in here, and you know the stakes, they really do pump up a good amount of mana. You know, it's not super fast, but hey, it's loaded 24/7.
Yeah.
And so that works. I'm thinking I may bury my grid down one. Move it over one and bury it down one, because you can access it from the top. And so I don't need to see that thing sticking out. It kind of ruins. It's harsh in my mellow. So,
no squeezing the juice.
Yeah. The feng shui here is just completely messed out by having this block. So I'm gonna have to change that. And then this whole thing needs to be made look pretty. And I don't want torches. I don't want any torch. And I can't use the sneaky torches, because they make grass look gray. So that's bad. And I can't use the glowstone. Well, I have a plan for lights.
Okay.
This works, although I haven't really dived into Psi much. My plan is, you take a flower from Botania, you add 2 glowstone to it, now is a glowing flower. Hey, that seems to fit a theme here. It's my Botania area. I'm lighting it up with Botania. So that's what I'm going to do.
Makes sense. I always make my Botania look as more mechanical as I can possibly make it, just because I'm obstinate like that.
Yeah. Well, I figure this one here, everything is being hidden away down below. All that's going to be seen is this stuff up here. There will be one crafter that will be pointing at the runic altar. And then I'm going to have something to drop down for the agglomeration plate, or I may just move this down below. And that way, this one's here for show, but the one that's actually producing stuff is down below where magnets won't grab.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, so I like that.
Or put it in the glass box again.
Yeah, but you know, I don't want to be running into glass boxes here, and you know, so.
Why would you walk on an agglomeration plate? You get footprints on it.
It's right here. It's mine. I can walk on it if I want. You know, and I love being able to just walk over single blocks without it costing health, or not health, but saturation and food. So,
I hate that.
Well, I
like when blocks being walls.
See, I have it turned off, but I have the effortless ring on, because that means I can auto jump up these things without consuming any saturation or any food. Not that I care, because I'm constantly full, but
exactly.
But you know, before that was a nice thing. So, but yeah, I think I've got this going, and it's super long, but that's okay. I had fun.
Me too. Yep. Thanks for letting me not be bored here.
Well, I'm happy to help you out. So here, let's sign off. I'll come hang with you. We're like twins here in green armor. Except you've got gloves on, you know.
Haha.
I can't handle backwards movement.
Are you in 5?
Yes. There we go. That's better. Well, I want to give a great thanks to Nonsanity to hang out with me. It was a blast just chatting while I was derping around down there and dropping stuff. But it was a blast, and I like the setup. It's kind of fun. It's a different setup for me, but it's working, and it's different from yours. But that's okay too. You know, we have different styles, and that's okay. But we both
different
have
is good,
and we both have hats, so that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we can
Mine's
handle
harder.
it. Yes, yours definitely. My overalls are dirtier, and yours has more tools.
Tools. You have a duck on the back, though, so
Yes, I
points
definitely
for that.
Oh yeah, got to have that. So that's important. But anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here with Nonsanity, hanging out on the FTOG Avant3 server, having a blast getting the Botania area set up and going. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. And so, bye-bye.
Bye.
Got a wave. There we go.